Alright, is everything working? Um, yes, everything is working. Okay, cool. Always great when everything works. We've been working quite well lately. I don't know. Been a while since the last time I had an issue. Pretty good. Anywho, um, getting to it. Back to Rogue Trader. Last time on this, basically just. Oh, that's right, because I started a Grim Darkness Unfair playthrough, so, gotta wait for that to load so I can actually switch to the cracked save. I've been, every now and then I attempt a Grim Darkness playthrough at unfair difficulty. So I'm not actually at the Rykad Minora's starport. So anyways, last time, exploring the Expanse, mostly just doing companion quests and other things here and there. Trying to get things wrapped up for Act 4. To then, because I'm pretty certain it's going to go from Act 4 to Act 5 when I confront Lord Inquisitor about the crap he's been doing. So, exploring the Expanse. Let's see here. Things left to do. Investigate the Finger of Sorrow to figure out the origin of the Gene Stealer cult. Demanding answers from Calixar. Visiting the Hermetico to help out Pascal with his stuff. Right now, I need to make my way on over. Captain's crew lost track of how many blah blah blah. Oh, yes, right. Contact the navigator to snap out of the time loop. Any of them needed. Foulstone needs my attention. Well, I need to go to Foulstone. Need to go to System Speculo. Need to go to Omicron. Nothing wrong with the glowing eyes, I think. Fear provoked by a victim's ruthless vigilante justice. Severe sickness, damage taken. Crap. Don't remember exactly what the answer to that one did. Now the Foulstone. Oh, sweet. Nothing happened. Nothing happening when you jump through the warp is a good thing, typically. Slander. There are rumors in the colony that the Rogue Trader has given in to the Archenemy's corruption, personally killed Lady Theodora, and usurped the throne by force. Start punitive raids. Prove your piety by donating substantial resources. Request help from the followers of St. Drusus. Hey, St. Drusus. Followers of St. Drusus, I have done good for you, do good for me. Through his service and sermons, I've dispelled the veil of idle hearsay and slander. Nice. Alright, System Speculo or Omicron first? Let's go to the inspect the wreck of the Finger of Sorrow first. Warp jump went smoothly, although many crewmen reported strange incidents while they were asleep. They sensed someone approaching them, laying a hand on their forehead. Then that hand seemed to pass through their skin, through the skull, and with tender motions sort their jumbled thoughts into some sort of order. Okay. Everyone affected by the incident was horrified for a long time afterwards. A resident psyker adhered to last, however, remarked with a grin that tidying up had allowed her to dredge up a vital memory and find the left sock that had long been missing from her favorite pair. Oh my god. I was just at Foulstone Black. I'll be stopping back by there anyways. It's not like it's that far. Anyways, Omicron. Let's go to the Finger of Sorrow and figure out why they do the weird thing. Okay, Magnetic Storm. Magnetic Storm, Revenge Blood, Richard side of this unworking. We'll come back later. Okay, whatever. Finger of Sorrow. Let's figure out where these cultists came from and how to best stop them. Hulk of immersion ship drifts through the void like a gutted corpse. The hull is riddled with gouges from microcannon fire. The suit covered letters on the side spell out a somber name. Right Finger of Sorrow. Zara goes to examine the ship. The ship is devoid of vital signs. The life support system has long since failed. Cold, darkness, and silence fill the wreck of the Finger of Sorrow. Dispatch an expedition. Squad of forces and tech priests put on their voice suits and dock with the ship. The vessel is empty except for the frozen and desiccated corpses of the crew. Some retain human features, but others are easily recognizable as genetic aberrations. They have been dead for centuries. Examine the logbook. Fingerzara was a common merchant vessel. The log records its travel along many of the trade routes of the collective sector. The last entry states that the ship departed from Port Wonder on the border between the Coronis Expanse and the Clixus sector. Tech Priest notes that the protocols for undocking from the station were not followed, indicating either a hasty escape or blatant disregard for the concomitants in the Omnissiah. So they came from the Calixus sector. Search the hold. Hold's empty, apart from a few open containers. However, careful examination points to 3 open service hatches that bear claw marks. Entering deeper into the surface tunnel, the reporters find 3 empty nests with chunks of purple chitin, dry traces of dark slime that have been eaten through the metal panels. There can be no doubt that Gene Stowe was once lurked here. Inspect the cabins. Many of the cabins have become tombs for the bodies of the crew. They asphyxiated when the ship's life support systems failed. One of the enforcers knows as Cache, marked with the symbol of a fanged serpent with a sharp tail and 3 clawed limbs. The cache contains an amulet and a miraculously preserved diary. Amulet of the Ravenous Stars requires dogmatic. I have not been in that on. Relay the contents of the diary to the flagship. The diary is kept by one of the missionaries of a Gene Stealer cult. According to the entries, the cult secretly spread throughout much of the Calixtus sector. Although the author does not mention any specific infected wolves, he recalls with reverence the Promised Land, the Cradle of Faith, salty as the tears of righteous martyrs. The author's branch of the cult has settled on Port Wander Station, the last threshold between the Calixtus sector and the Cronus Expanse. The cult grew and gained followers among the workers and the poor, and even managed to infiltrate powerful trade guilds. However, their plans fell apart when the Gene Stealer's kiss was granted to an unworthy candidate. The oversight led to the discovery of the cult and a bloody purge. The author of the diary recalls with horror and sorrow how many of the pure-blood children of the Star Savior perished in the massacre. The story ends by chronicling the escape of a small group of heretics who managed to save 3 purebreds and steal a merchant ship under heavy fire from the station. They narrowly navigated the mob, but the ship's damage was too severe. 3 phalanges of the Finger of Sorrow, the pure-blood-starred children, fell into a long sleep and became dormant. Meanwhile, the cultists humbly watched the ship's life supports fade away one after another. In the last lines, the author welcomes death in the name of the many-armed emperor, solemnity and elation. Destroy the ship. Enforces plant metal charges at key points in the vessel, and the explosion rips the Finger of Sorrow to pieces that are obliterated by strikes with macro cannons. Okay, so they came from the Calixus sector. From fleeing from a cult destruction. And their cult being destroyed on Port Wonder. So all 3 of the purebloods are accounted for. So all 3 are accounted for and dead. So, System Speculo. During the period designated as the night shift, the air throughout the ship suddenly turned stale. Those who were awake reported feeling incredibly tired. Those who were asleep later reported having horrible nightmares. Seneschal Abelard Versarian was found in his quarters in a trance-like state. He was pacing the room and talking to an unseen interlocutor, asking the same questions over and over. When will the fever break? And does the esteemed showergetter have the faintest idea what he's doing? He sat by the bed for a long time, clutching the sleeve of a void suit, and repeating, "Everything will be alright, son." With great difficulty, the enforcers managed to return the Seneschal to his senses. By order of Seneschal Versarian, the report in this incident has been erased from the ship logs. Material releases from here to stop. What happened with Abelard's son? Got 3 flotillas around the Hermetico. Hello there. How are you guys doing? Lordship, hailing the ship surrounding the Hermetico's wreck led to receiving the following transmission. We are the Cognacious Fleet. We praise the Messiah of Discontinuity. We remain in prayer. We remain on standby. Let's like discontinue. Calm sign knows all, comprehends all. We are the Cognacious Fleet. We praise the Messiah of Discontinuity. Pascal, looks like a gathering of believers in discontinuing the cycle. Confirmed. The number of adherents of discontinuing the cycle does not correspond with the earlier prognosis. The willingness to declare one's commitment to the teachings of Blessed Armana is anomalous. This unit is intrigued. Patch in one of the captains. Will be done, your worship. Request denied. We are receiving only the messages voiced earlier. Is there anything unusual about these ships? Yes, your lordship. We are picking up traces of recent combat in many of the vessels. Numerous traces. Based on the initial radiation background assessment, it appears that Adeptus Mechanicus weapon has been used against them. I hypothesize that the schism within the Cognacious fleet has reached a climax. Tech Karma has raised to arms against one another. It is with sorrow that I register this information in the archive. Can I request a landing aboard their vessel? We received a standard denial of request message, your lordship. Let outrageous impudence. Let us leave them alone, then. As you wish, your lordship. To the Hermetico. Lordship, according to the ship's registry, we're looking at the Arc Mechanicus Hermetico. We picked a box symbol coming from her. Okay. Permission, Arc Mechanicus Hermetico. Permission granted. May the Messiah of Discontinuing reveal the way to a safe docking gate. Suggest the recipe of voice of the person who recorded the message is vaguely familiar to you, but you cannot put your finger on it. Requesting the right to participate in the first boarding party. Evaluating shuttle docking options. Is there a safe docking port? Spot? Not at the moment, lordship. The damage to the hull makes observations difficult. The surviving vacuum locks are sealed shut. Apologize, the proper vacuum lock may be opened using my personal access code. Justification. A message from the Arc Mechanicus. What do you know about the ship? Each arc is a sanctuary for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Every such ship is a relic. They are incredibly ancient and were made to search for the sacred the sacred standard template construct patterns. Legends tell of entire forge worlds that were literally disassembled for parts to make such vessels. In any case, she's a ruin of her former glory. We observed numerous traces of internal decompression, but not a single sign of aggression carried out from the inside. For its worth, some of the decks look intact, at least from the outside. We're also picking up strange radiation emanating from the hull. The ship has been in the processional of the damned for a long time. Okay, assemble the boarding crew. We'll be done, your lordship. So Pascal's going. Let's take Ajay. I'm gonna keep. I'm debating about swapping off Yearlet for Ulfar. At the same time, too, Yearlet has like weird tendencies to have some strange insight into things. So I think I'll take this group. To the Hermetico. Pascal, your gear is up to date, I'm assuming? Do I need to check it out? The X Grand through plus 15 bonus to weapon skill. That is better than the current weapon. See Dolphin pattern, unassigned X. Real attack for text. Real strike for attacks of opportunity. Glitters Lord Xenos divided by 4. Okay, which is decent enough. I just stick with the Melta Ultima. Things are crap ton for tech use, so you can have plus 26% armor. Amazing. Plus 5% armor, or tech use, or tech use, plus 10% parry reduction, 5% armor penetration. And then you want to do about boots or backpack. Okay, it looks like his cloak is good enough for right now. Boots. Alright. I think this is good. It's pretty well stacked. Oh hey. Quiet, mysterious as always, able demeanors, a mixture of cautiousness and curiosity as he inspects the ship's ruined interiors. When you approach him, he acknowledges you by saying softly, "That's footsteps were heard here." Techcom system taking part in this excursion. This is as much of a priority mission for him as it is for me. We're both expecting to meet our mentor, Arnmat. Yeah, well, why did you decide to come with us? Zygo is on the verge of being discontinued. Dow's opened its maw wide, bidding us enter. Do you understand what is going on here? Abel averts his eyes in embarrassment and says almost shyly, "A hunt. The hunter is coming." The hunter? The maimed hunter? The skull places a mechanical claw on Abel's shoulders, demanding an answer. Abel nods. The maimed hunter. That persona occurred in the data I've decrypted. Unfortunately, the sum total of information on it is very near 0. How does this holy ship feel strangely familiar to me? So there is the the maimed hunter somewhere here. Tech scribesman. Got some people up ahead in this room. Guys, your screen glows faintly. You take a closer look and realize it's been gutted. It's replaced with candles that cast glints from the black plexiglass. Are these people frozen? Vessels furnished throughout with extraordinarily ancient and sacred mechanisms. What a great temple it used to be. There they set up a camp right in the heart of the sacred machine. Sacrilege against the blessed remains. As one avoids your gaze, makes a strange gesture, probably some kind of ritual, as you approach. Noble armor or his armor and augments are undamaged, and yet they're dead. What killed them?
Keep your wits about you.
Majestic metal statues frozen, remains in combative pose. The warrior's flesh was once enhanced with priceless augmetics, but now they are dormant now. This is odd. I see scratch marks from a cervical on this venerable Skitari's armor. So a chief. See what he has to say. The lean, hunchbacked man studies you with his piercing gaze. One of his eyes looks you up and down. The other has been replaced by a bulky augmetic, ancient and adorned with gold, but is deactivated for some reason. He states in a dry voice, "Ghosts of nothingness have entered the deck of the Akken tribe." My Reacher tribe, come in peace. The man shrugs indifferently, his voice is tinged with sympathy. Does not matter, you are a ghost. Take a closer look at the man. The middle-aged man carries a potential coil on his shoulders. After the manner of tech priests, he is held in place by straps and is not connected to him. This weight has given him a hunched back. One of his arms has been replaced by an exquisite tech scribe augment, but the quills and styli are incredibly dull as though they have been scraped against bare rock, and the limb's servo motor is dormant. The sight of the mangled augmetic elicits a pained grimace from Pascal. I'm registering evidence of precious, true flesh being operated in unacceptable conditions. The markings indicate that this sacred metal was fashioned many centuries ago on blessed Mars. And such crude and careless use is an insult to the Messiah. Who are you? The Undertakers of the World that expired in the great discontinuing of the cycle. The mourners holding an eternal requiem for the universe. Fascinated by the answer, Pascal says quietly, the cycle be discontinued. A bland, condescending smile graces the man's lip. It was discontinued a long time ago. Do you believe the world has perished? The statement is true. The world ceased to exist a very long time ago. Turned to nothingness. To ashes. All that's left are these ruins, the last shard of the universe. Its cenotaph. What do you think destroyed the universe? The unthinkable was wrought. The cycle was discontinued. The tribesman's mind is full of the most unenlightened superstition. Why does this unit seemingly know less than some primitive barbarian? Is that good or bad? Neither. It just happened. That was a grievous event, and we grieve. Is that why you call us ghosts? Yes. There's only nothingness outside the ship. Sometimes it spits out ghosts born out of the world's ashes, and they wander in. The sight of you saddens us. For we mourn, unless there's nothing we can do to help you, since you do not exist. I see. The man sighs and makes a sign with his hand that vague reminiscence of a tech priest gesture to ward off evil. Let's go. What do you make of these people? Bosses. This primitive community is made up of descendants of low-ranking technomats who once served the deck. The name Akken derives from category Jin. AC stands for the Acolyte category, which service the main decks. Jin referred to as service staff who are assigned general, as opposed to specialized maintenance duties. And looks at G and Pascal with indifference. He does not seem to have understood a single word. How do you survive here, and what do you do? Build a vigil for all of his existence, and the spirits of the mechanisms give us water, food, and nutrient banks. We thank them for that with the rights of machine servicing and maintenance, so commands the great entity. We're necessary multiple deviations in the catechism of maintenance and operation in the actions of these units. Hypothesis: the breaches of sacred instructions do not stem from the malicious lapse in heresy. They're a consequence of the right having been lost to memory. Grave heresy, but not as profane. Voice of Vox is full of sorrow and reproach. Who or what is the great entity? Supreme deity. The spirit of wisdom and revelation. Bears the name Marnat. The name grabs Pascal's attention. He says sternly, registering a meaningful linguistic pattern, requesting all available information on Marnat. Marnat is a divine being of great wisdom. It was this great wisdom that discontinued the cycle, and all who had partaken of it lapsed into nothingness. We never partook of their wisdom, which is why we exist, and I have nothing to tell you about it, Ghost. You talk to us, your kinfolk do not. Why? I am the Fabricator General. Shoulders bear the sacred burden of leadership. Man shifts soul bent on the potential code resting upon them. Others fear you, as ghosts can carry the living away into nothingness, but I am protected by Marnat's grace. This guy's war is like the blaring alarm of an extractor. Fabricated General, I am registering heresy. Man listens to tech priest outbursts without flinching. The universe must have a Fabricated General. Supreme Priest of the Messiah. There is none other to hold that tower, therefore it is mine. Have you seen anything unusual lately? The echo of an old crime was heard beneath the arching vaults of our home. Tribesman nods gloomily. Ghost of nothingness walked among us, of like appearance to you, but without a face. He spoke words that must not be spoken, and then penetrated the chamber of observance. Serve us. And our abode was shaken by the wrath of the gods for days, and we felt as though we were drifting through nothingness. Skill lowers his head and says quietly, that is him, my mentor, Armament. What did he look like? His brow bore the mark of sorrow and past misdeeds, and his voice was like seeping sand. Was he alone? No. Other ghosts walked with him, but he alone had a mind and a will. Those did his bidding. It was a chamber of observance, an abode of deities and mighty spirits, secluded from mortals. A man points towards the entrance to the shop, down this great tube they used to descend to the mortals. Now they have all retired to the house of Zervus, the calm and keen-sighted. They are to remember and mourn the world that there once was. The unit has given us a distorted description of the Observatorium, the bay that housed the Hermeticos Bridge. There, under a grand dome of glass street, the wisest hierarchs of the Depus Mechanicus would spend time in reflection and strive to discern the upside's guiding science in the glitter of the stars. Vesca's hesitates and adds worryingly. Correction, this data is a hypothesis. An archive search yielded no confirmation of the data. My possession of it is an anomalous cognitive fluctuation. So Pascal knows things about this ship that he doesn't know. Okay. I want to get in there. Abandon this thought. Your kind can't go in there. The Great Tube was made for the travel of gods, not mortals. Only one who has the blessing of Prif. The Great Spirit who rules his deck may approach the Great Tube, but even such a one will have tried in vain, for the Great Tube spirits have sealed its gate and will only open to those who know the divine word. And the rest wraiths ensure that humans don't steal the work, but make short work of any thief. Who's the Spirit Pref? The master of this deck, the second most important god after Marnat. Mortals cruelly betrayed his trust once, and he hasn't talked to them or protected them since. Pref only ever answers the shaman's invocations, and only occasionally at that. Tribesman's profane speculations most likely describe an important machine spirit that remains awake, requesting a conversation with the unit identified as the shaman. Divine word. What divine word? Words command all of existence. The gods ruled the universe using words of power. There was a time when mortals, too, were granted knowledge of them. That time died along with the world. Bosses. The term divine word refers to a command litany. A thorough understanding of the situation aboard the Hermetica will allow me to select the correct litany and recite it to the mechanisms that are still operational. What are rust rats? The man points at one of the motionless statues. The ancient ones, the servants of the gods. They used to be the gods' great warriors. Now they guard the peace of this universal cemetery and see to it that mortals don't challenge the divine order. The Scartari, the Deck Guard. Those immortal servants are an elite detachment of this crew blessed with the most ancient and wondrous augmented enhancements. They can survive in a sleeping state for centuries even. To Reese pause, a whisper comes from his box. The presence here is unusual. Typically, the mortals only leave their storage chapel on special orders from their bridge. So how did the Faceless Ghost get in? He knew the secret. The spell was not of divine origin. Its power surpassed that of the gods. It was born in the mysterious death of irregularity, and soon after a mortal first uttered it, the world was no more. Skoy's mechadendra and annoyed dismissal snaps impatiently. Plus, Armoret can command any mechanism on his ship. The doctrinal heresy uttered by the unit is unworthy of attention. Guesses are amazingly spot on, Pascal. My priest is taken aback, pauses to think, and says with no great confidence. Same as false. The hypothesis was logically deduced from our present situation. I see. Good. Don't seek to enter the god's abode, Ghost. It's no place for you. Just take my leave. Farewell, Ghost. Hope nothing that summons you back to his embrace soon. Then paranoia drove the crew to place the cannon plot from here, in the very heart of the ship. Barbaric inscriptions, blasphemy, profaning the flesh of the sacred machine echo the words of the requiem of reverent shutdown. Cognito's pattern is so old and sacred I've never seen the like of it before. I've only heard legend about them from fragments and legends. Marking does not follow complete protocol. This constitutes category 10 blasphemy. Registering residual traces of paper combustion inside this Cognito's case. Did they fuel this repository of knowledge with books? Handprints and footprints indicate that the locals have turned the sacred unguent tank into something like a ritual font.
Over there!
I recognize a pattern in this chant. They are imitating a reactor shutdown vigil. Something simply ordered the spirit of this machine to die. The bay was breached from the inside. Traces of scaling suggest the use of a melta charge.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
What's this? Mark 8B35 filter gas mask. Wear gains plus 25 athletics and becomes immune to toxin. Heavy lifters. Wear gains 30 strength. Where has not moved the previous turn, their ranged attacks with heavy weapons deal 50% damage till the end of their turn. Dang. New pair of gloves. It's a massive buff to strength. There's a bit of weapon skill, but how much extra strength boosts athletics and its ability to cleave things in two. Hey, well, do you have anything to say about what's going on? Abel looks upon the tech barbarians with a moderate degree of curiosity, without attempting to approach or interact with them. Occasionally his gaze rests on some sacred item covered in trail of imagery, or otherwise desecrated, and raises his eyebrows, evidently pained. What do you make of this camp? Sacred archaeotech and the profane have mixed, like tainted water and sacred unguent. Suddenly a smile appears on its face. This has happened before. The spirit transcends the body. The manner in which it manifests itself is transformed into something more spirit-like. What do you think happened to the ship? An epiphany, followed by doubt, followed by debate, followed by judgment. No, a lack of judgment. The whole speech becomes fragmentary, a contradiction, a dilemma, resulting in antagonism. Conflict. There was a conflict here. Now everything is clear. A battle is fought here. During preparations for it, Armanet declared the observatorium off limits, even to fellow servants of the Almasiah, the explorators. It was an internal conflict, and he expected their erstwhile tech comrades to become his enemies. Okay.
Is there money to be made?
Feel as though I'm walking through a crime scene. Barbarians are pillaging the ship's supplies and registering category 9 blasphemy. Registering evidence, Volkite carbine was fired here. Registering a protocol violation, use of weapons by... Now everything's clear. Battles fought here. During preparations for it, Armanet declared observatorium off limits. Even just fellow servants became enemies. So I guess examining everything, or talking to Abel gets Pascal to come to that conclusion.
I always keep my options open.
The ancient servitor seems dead. The infrequent twitching of its head is the only glimmer of life left in him. Numerous augmatic regalia embedded in the body of the servant of the Messiah speak to his high standing and devoutness. Can you activate him, Pascal? Black Priest carefully touched the servitor's withered body with his mechadendrites. Data spikes slide out of them and sink into the servitor's augmatics. Skill's Vox sounds thoughtful, slightly puzzled. I identified this unit as Magos Logis Hectaton 11. The unit received 7 commendations for advances in astrography recorded in the Fleet Archive. The unit, he liked watching the stars. Called them beacons left for us by the Messiah. Servitor gives a jolt, raises his head, fixes his augmented eyes on you. Large black circles of his visor are cloudy, covered in scratches. Pained moan comes from the speaker at the serpent's throat. Unit status, operational. The unit identifies itself as no data available. Error, malfunction. El Messiah knows. What? Still sighs heavily. He is suffering. This unit is long past its operational life expectancy. The particularly ancient sacred true flesh it was awarded for its outstanding service to the fleet is still prolonging its years. Do you know him? The saying is false. Archive has no record of any encounters with this unit or any archive requests concerning it. I just know, and I agree. Pascal touches the server's pale skin covered in inky cartography. Tries people inscribed his body with the blessed manual of maintenance and repair. Hypothesis. Ignorant as to the true purpose of this litany, they perceived it as a health replenishing magic spell. Tech Brother Hectodon 11. This unit identifies itself as Pascal Hanemian. Can you hear me? Do you know me? Can you tell me what happened here? Tremble sounds comes from the servitor's speaker, as if a very old man who has outlived his faculty of speech is trying to utter a once familiar words now strange to him. And suddenly, a spark lights up his body, and he utters with great strain. Executing function. All reserve capacities engaged. Executing primary function. I'd like to go to Observadium. Request denied. The rattle in the servitor's voice could be easily mistaken for indignation. Access to the lift system denied. Services in Obscuratoria mode. Obscuratoria is a complete ban on holy ministry within the compound. Any and all sacred maintenance procedures are deferred until after the ban is lifted. Obscuratoria was declared when a temple has been compromised by suspected corruption, before a battle, or in the event of a major critical incident. Hypothesis. Obscuratoria was declared ahead of a battle in order to hinder a hostile infiltration of the Observatorium. Knowing the reasons enables his unit to deactivate the containment protocol. Skull unblock the lift. Skull enunciates solemnly, accompanying each word with binary commands. As its first pronunciament, this unit declares that no security threat to the High Observatorium is present. As its second pronunciament, this unit orders operation of the lift system to be restored. As its third pronunciament, this unit confirms its authorization to issue that order. The servitor's jerky movement is accompanied by a shower of sparks from his mouth. His optical visor makes a series of clicks. Unit's hierarchical rank not authorized. Authorization to give orders unconfirmed. Awaiting confirmation. This unit is not part of the Hermetico chain of command. It must introduce itself to the ship's system for confirmation of its authority. Tech Shaman. Elderly Tech Shaman looks up to you with dim eyes. He smells strongly of exhaust fumes. Come to speak to the great Pref, he goes. Pref will not speak your larger tongue, but I can help. I can interpret. The Tech Shaman. Aging barbarian skin is covered in tattoos and mechanisms, as if the ink drawings of cogs could pass for actual augments. Wires and scraps of flex tubing are braided into his hair, as well as shrouded from a broken data slate screen. Agitator circuits and boards hang on threads from his large ceremonial drum. Registering category 6, 7, 8 blasphemies and destroys his investments. The enlightened tech priests are authorized to dismantle and interact with the bodies of sacred machines. Paint and skin and crude imitation of true flesh is profane mockery. This is how I venerate the iron spirits who have done their duty and pass into nothingness, Ghost. I do this in hope that I might gain some of their wisdom. The statement is false. I'm not registering any veneration. Who's Pref? Our deck's great patron spirit, who protects it and watches over everything that happens on it. Pref used to be a kind father to us until wicked people tricked him. That was when he disowned the mortals who lived here. He wiped the names of everyone he used to be under his patronage from his memory, and no longer recognized their faces. Since then, Pref has been a harsh and cruel-hearted master who is deaf to our prayers. Pref. Hypothesis. The barbarians using this debased designation refer to a prefect enumerator, especially sacred cottage data served by all of the Dex Junior machine spirits. Enumeration Category 6 blasphemy. Tribesmen claims to communicate with it. Only enlightened Adepts of Messiah permitted to interact directly with a prefect enumerator. Hypothesis. The part of this legend that speaks disowning the mortals and forgetting their faces describes the removal of access rights from authorized units. For reasons unknown, the prefect enumerator was ordered to cease accepting orders or commands from outsiders. How do you talk to Pref? The shaman raises the warning mechanical sensor and inhales a lungful of its aromatic exhaust fumes. Tribesman's eyes grow dim. He puts his hand on his drum. His fingers strike the taut synthetic leather with remarkable deftness and rhythm. Like this. Skull frowns and says darkly, registering category blasted layman. This blessed smoke is meant for the sacred machines, not your lungs. The then tech priest falls silent and listens carefully before uttering an astonishment. This primitive melody is a language, our language, a variety of rhythm-based tech vernacular from which meaning is created by the length of pauses between the signals. I'm registering a cat blasted. Holy crap, they've done so much wrong that Pascal is now tired of calling them out for doing stuff wrong. We have come to plead for Bref's benevolence. Every word you say is accompanied by a series of quick drum taps in a complex, choppy rhythm. Crackling comes in a response from a vox hidden somewhere inside the wall. Tech Shaman tilts his head and says, "The great Pref would like to know who is speaking to him." Pref enumerator is running an identification procedure. Given existing data on the machine spirit's refusal to follow orders within the chain of command, I predict that standard identifiers would be assigned a low priority. Introduce yourself formally, Pascal. This unit is Magos Explorator. How is? Oh, Hydrate. Doing pretty good. Wait, I've been streaming for like 40 minutes. Anywho, how is doing pretty good. So far for stream, just kind of wrapping things up. Wrapped up the, I'm assuming, wrapped up the, Gene Stealer cult line of stuff. And now we're working on Pascal's, quest line. How are you doing? The unit is Magos Explorator Pascal Hunyuman, member of the Cognization Fleet. Same doctrinal compliance and algorithmic obedience certificates. An indicator in Pascal's neurocognitive glows. Data lights up Pascal's noospheric aura that no layperson can see. Tech Shaman translates Pascal's word, taps on his drum. Dangling circuit boards jingling dramatically. He inhales the aromatic. About to do some pew pew things. Alright, sounds fun. Just be safe. Inhales the aromatic exhaust of his roaring sensor, listens carefully, and says in a strained voice, Pref asks why he should treat your words with respect, not scorn them. Bill's voice becomes dry and bristly. The Machine Spirit is requesting to know this unit's access privileges. He refuses to submit to a stranger's will without a compelling reason. Machine Spirits can be capricious and undisciplined. After years without sanctified maintenance, do I look like OSHA? Look, just pew pews can be dangerous. They're fun. But just don't want to mess up and accidentally shoot something important. So I've forgotten all about obedience. Normally in cases like these, the tech priest would bring the wayward spirit to its senses with a shock from an electric prod or a blow from a wrench, accompanied by the litany of uninterruptible obedience. Point surrounding ruins. Sure, this is not a compelling reason. Causes of merit. Students conducting a rescue mission in which the safety of an Archimagos ranked units at stake, missing emergency authorization. Detect on translate Pascal's word into a sharp statico of drum taps. The nods of an important errand says, Prep inquires why you are seeking his friendship. Pauses. The prefect enumerates request is to be interpreted as what was the purpose of your visit. You know the answer yourself, Pascal. I have come to discontinue the cycle. Tech listens to the crackling coming from the hidden box in response and shakes his head contrarily. Great Pref does not recognize your name or your face, will not grant you his friendship, and bids you to leave. His voice hisses angrily and shakes his head. The prefect enumerator's reaction is anomalous. Such disregard for regalia can only be explained by a protocol signifying an extreme degree of danger to the vessel. Come to plead. Don't know who's speaking to him. So formally. I can show forces in order to show the machine its place. Statement is true. Skill extends hands toward the machine, which is enveloped in a shower of sparks. Kraken Tech Priest's armored sprayer shines bright green, and there is steel in his voice. Power is my authorization. Acknowledge it or you regret it, wayward spirit. Tech Shaman shouts out in fear and shakes his drum frantically. Acknowledges your power goes. He does. Yes, why you seek his friendship. Know the answer, Pascal. Okay, pump discontinue. Bid you to leave.
Pay attention.
Ships in plural conditions and unacceptable heresy.
Let us not dawdle.
Tell me you're the Messiah of discontinuing. As Magos Pascal Honeyman hesitates a little than adds, so identify him as the Messiah of discontinuing, though that statement is false. We should treat your words with respect and not scorn them. They show a force. Place seek his friendship. Discontinue. Tech Shaman listens to the crackling that comes in response and opens his mouth to say something, only for Pascal to interrupt him in a tone of authority. Prefect Enumerator has stated that he knows my name, is familiar with my power, respects my mission, and grants me a place within the crew's chain of command. Work here is done by an Eric interpreter. Skull looks at you and adds with slight surprise. Remember this language now. Or more precisely, this unit used to know it, and now it remembers having known it. The priest turns towards the wall with the sacred mechanism concealed in sight and says doubtfully, I'm registering an anomaly. Data exchange deviated from the standard registration procedure. Prefect Enumerator was commanded to limit the number of people who have clearance to issue orders, including even high-ranking tech priests from other ships. Was tasked with defending the observed stadium as if it were under siege. Mutual introduction rather resembled an exchange of secret passwords. They'll show them the prefect enumerator's authorization that confirms your right to give orders. Also, as soon as the lift going up to the observation is operational, we will be attacked. Deck Guard will activate and attack us, pressing confirmation of readiness for combat. I'm ready. Do it. Raising his voice, Tech Priest solemnly repeats his command to the servitor. Intricate, monumental, and piercing binary aria pours from Pascal's box encoded in its signals. This Hunnyman's authority to give orders on the ship. Servitor stares at Pascal with visored eyes and bows his head accordingly. Gallia identified. I greet the Venerable Magos and will execute the order presently. Lift system activated. Servitor's last words are drowned out by a harrowing screech that rolls across the deck. Several shrill voices wail. Security, perimeter, breach, pour down Messiah.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
There is not much in the way of cover here. The morals. Check the flash 3, dual weapon combat, run and gun, plasma pistol, some dodge armor. Embrace the machine. Elite power sword, soul pattern. Skintari Alpha. Arc rifle, extensive modifications, grants plus 80% dodge for 1 round. Manic overdrive, this feature does not provoke attacks of opportunity. This feature gains reject force 4. Plasma gun. Analyze Canticle of the Omsai, grants plus 2 MP, plus 10 agility, and plus 30% armor penetration for 1 round. Analyze enemies weapon blunted Canticle, there's armor penetration on all enemies' weapons by 10%. Run and gun. His enemies join offense. Old wounds. Charge.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands.
Ready to prone.
Doubt is
Very
for
nice.
the weak. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands.
Alright. Ow.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Canticle level side affects everyone. Okay. Some modification.
Don't get too cocky. This battlefield air is good for my lungs. You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Tell me, and it is done.
Victory is imminent. I will do my duty. One fewer target. No matter the cost. Indeed. Grey hair, sure hand. It will be done. An exemplary strike. Follow my lead. I took care of this one. Victory is reduced to dust. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Get wrecked, fools.
Watch my back. Just going somewhere? Am I getting paid for this? Don't get too cocky.
Oh, there's a shooter up here.
As the tactical imperative dictates. The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. My vow is to serve. Request approved.
Failure.
This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. I understand your intent.
And also ship's guardians. Done. Dude is unfazed by what has happened here.
I always have a backup plan.
Alright, to the observatorium. Position execution. Brass Whisper. Inquisition. What are you guys doing here? Someone beat me here, or... Oh, he did say someone else came through, so I guess this Brass Whisper? Brass Whisper. The face of the tech priest standing opposite is hidden behind a brass mask. Rather than being one piece, it is assembled from the fragments of many augmetics. You have met this man before. He is called Brass Whisper, a member of Lord Inquisitor's Calgazar's retinue. There you are, tech brother. Brass Whisper's voice is raspy and punctuated. His gaze is turned toward Pascal. Salutary procedure will be performed, and the identification code is verified after the priority request has been executed. Tell me where the blessed armament is. Pascal's voice clangs like steel. A crackled chuckle comes from behind the mask. You still don't understand. You are from Calgar's retinue. Does he have anything to do with this? Marginally. He used to play a major part in this story. Not anymore. This meeting is held upon my initiative. Brass Whisper surveys the Inquisition soldiers and warriors of the Almsaya standing motionless. That said, I'm still under the protection of the Lord Inquisitor and the pugnacious fleet. Keep that in mind. What's going on here? You intend to discontinue the cycle. Is that not obvious? There's a note of sarcasm in Brass Whisper's croaking voice. Speak, or I will rip your memories out along with the Federum Sanctum planted in your brain. Pascal enunciates every word as he activates his drilling mechanisms right. What do you know of Arnhem? There's a hollow, pained laughter from behind the brass mask is amplified by its echo. I know everything. Looking for Archimagos Arnhem, and we want answers. Looking? How absurd. You lack the very concept of what you are looking for, layman. Expect to find a man. Armament never was one. He was never one person. The Armament Collective was created by a group of tech priests who renounced individuality and merged into a hive mind. A mind that reasoned algorithmically, but was guided by the principles and convictions of a righteous spirit. A superego that brought them one step closer to the Messiah. They look for Archimagos Armament. You say? It clicks inside Brass Whisper's mask, and the voice becomes louder and harsher as if coated in liquid metal. It has been by your side all this time. The statement is false. The hypothesis is without merit. Brass Whisper interrupts him with a forceful shout. As the cycle coils in multitudinous loops, it intersects with itself. It locks us in a cage of data valves. Pascal shuders as if struck by the motive force itself, and makes Gendrit rise like still wings behind his shoulders. The voice from his vox speaker takes on an otherworldly profundity and power, and therefore the cycle must be discontinued. Saying Pascal is part of that hive mind? He was its original creator. The Armament Collective was designed to be a philosopher and a researcher. Concepts that he produced were so powerful that they almost destroyed the Cognacious fleet. Then he faced an unsolvable dilemma. That was when Armament came apart. 7 constituent servants of the Messiah hid their own memories from themselves behind false personas, and were sent off to various parts of the Cronus Expanse. They went into hiding. Each had to live in solitude for many decades, accumulating observations and eventually bringing that experience to a reunited Artemis who would tackle the dilemma once more. That would be the restoration. Sorrow echoes in Pascal's inhuman voice. 211 Terran years. Such a long time ago. Pan looks overwhelmed and pensive. So the tech priests of the name Hanurian are all parts of Arnhem. Yes, 6 mental keynotes. Dements was paranoid. After the separation, he sensed that his memory was a web of lights, and that feeling drove him to the depths of madness. Tarsus was faith, fiery and unyielding. Azomanthia was logic, unclouded by emotion or valued judgments. Abel was her good twin, imagination. He did not know his past, just like the others, but he felt more than they did. He was always different. That was why he was the first to get close to the restoration, one of the first. Pascal was judgment, the moderator of the cognitive process, the one who makes the decision. Pascal's voice rises to the vault of the observatorium and rumbles beneath it like thunder. Then Nihil. The brass mask starts to unlock with a hissing sound. The augmetics sent Ben back, revealing a face disconfigured by burns, a woman's face with a pair of darkly radiant and vibrant eyes. Skepticism, the one who doubts. Darmnat believed he could form again. The plan sounds risky. Restoration was statistically calculated on a level beyond your comprehension, man. Billions of variables were taken into account. Countless scenarios went into the development of optimal strategies. 2 armament units meeting each other was an inevitable certainty. The matching identifiers were to be a spark that would start a chain reaction. That's precisely what happened. Ringing brittleness enters Pascal's voice. They were motivated by a wave of the perfect stimuli: curiosity, anxiety, shame. Each part of us was hostage to the legend of a betrayal it had committed. The suffering drove us to search and strive. This is the dilemma Arma faced. His name was Chados, its secret to the right of pitting a machine spirit to death. Technology embodying the discontinuing of the cycle. Was it meant to exist, or was it this acme of profanity against Omsight and his creation? Skull continues breast over speech in a lofty tone. This Chantis was the perfect weapon against creations of Omnissiah that had been corrupted by enemies, but also against his faithful servants. Its spread could bring victory to the Imperium, or it could destroy it. The Skados could spell the end of the Adeptus Mechanicus, or it was the perfect answer to the power wielded by the Fulton Machine God. Was it a blessing or a curse? There was no answer. Retraction was unacceptable, so a way was found to shelf the issue. Milo gives a raspy sigh. And I found the answer. Ekachos should not exist. We will correct our mistake. Ekachos. Power machine negation. A noospheric signal that interrupts any and all life created by the Omnissiah. Green flash runs along the crack in Pascal's respirator. The power that I used to tap into. Unconsciously. Shared knowledge lay dormant inside the mind of every Armament unit. You tried to decrypt the other Honeyman's neurocognitors, did you not? To no avail. It was you who created the cipher that locked Armament's memories. You were the main hunter who tried to kill the other Honeyman's. The statement's true. Committed to Lord Inquisitor's retinue, and authorized to study a dangerous artifact taken from Armament. Tried to exert some kind of influence on me, and the data valves protected me. The whole Honeyman touches her scarred face. A short circuit awakened some of my memories, conducted analysis, saw the Skados dilemma, and began to act. My agents all but terminated Tarzus. He hid under an armor of martyrdom and insanity. An attempt to intercept Pascal on Alter Templum Calix X-17 failed because Abel had summoned him. The assassins caught up to him at the Rykad Menorah starport, but he was able to escape again. Another group went after Abel, and went to perish in an Electro Priest monastery. We dispatched Demence, who had lapsed into heresy. Exomanthia simply disappeared until she tried to turn up dead in your father's too. No idea how she managed to hide from me. Idiot. Calixar was harboring Exomanthia the whole time. She was working for him. I'm registering a lie. Lord Inquisitor shared my conviction that Arnold's legacy had to be destroyed. He was summoned to the Chronos Expanse by loyal members of the Cognacious Fleet in order to depose Arnred. It was his troops that attacked the Hermetico in an attempt to obliterate our schismatic creation. That was how you got on board the ship in the of Redaner, Nile. Our traitor's tech comrades gave Calixar the access codes to the bridge, and gave them to you. New conviction that vibrates Pascal's voice as he makes these quiet statements of fact. He's not asking questions, he's passing judgment. You were deceived, sister. Calixar appropriated our work, continued our research. No longer bound by the Omnissiah's canon, and you enabled him by destroying those who could return and reclaim his bloody prize. So that's the weapon. The weapon from your Fratas 2. It's this, kill code. Escatos. Lies. Something you have not heard before cleared in Nell's voice. Note, a fear. You betrayed your brothers and sisters. Such an act is unforgivable. Mixture of pain and pride, Brass Whisper replies. We all chose the path of martyrdom, and merely helped them reach the supreme goal at the end of that path. Nell's voice is imperiously metallic. Tech Brother, offer you the chance to yield peacefully to a fate that will please our Messiah. Do not resist your termination, and you will pass into oblivion as my friend and fellow believer. Skell's reply sweeps Niall's words away like a gust of wind. His optical visor turns a blinding blue. No, Tech Sister. Refraining from resistance was never our way. I'm an explorator, recontinuator of knowledge. I have brought fire to 100 worlds. I have gleaned 1,000 secrets in the darkness. I'm an agent of unbridled will. I will not yield to oblivion, for oblivion itself fears me. Say nothing. Want me to awaken Tech Sister? Here I am, holding you to account. Now as his figured lips twist, and seeds of dismay sprout in her voice. Lord, you here for a reason, Pascal. I wanted you to see what our followers have become. It's what deviation from dogma ends in. Breach of canon begets ignorance. Ignorance begets plasma. All we did was breed corruption, schism. Remember when they came to depose us? We resisted them, destroyed the ship. Sacred relic, an arc mechanicus older than our priesthood itself. Here in this hall, we released excommunicados and allowed an unconscionable heresy to happen. Do you remember? Do you remember how you got your cleft jaw? Phil looks awful as he touches the crack running across his armored respirator. Green spark runs the deep gash left by an enemy's weapon in the middle. And it suffices for you to merely show up in the expanse again for the schism to rear its head once more. Damnation's fleet is already being torn apart by a fratricidal war. Is that what we wanted? Let us finish this. Let us discontinue the cycle. Now the words of the one who once called self-brass whisper sounds more like a plea. The voice that answers her is no human voice. It belonged to a giant void ship or a forge wall, if they could speak. It violated procedure, skepticism. You usurp the function of another. Challenge only. You do not make decisions. I do. We must not fight. We are surrounded by enemies. Enough blood has been shed. He grasps a sigh and gives Pascal a look of despair. The decision is his to make. And I have made it. Skills stands and make a dendrite towards Niall and pronounces, Tech Sister, my judgment of you and your actions is one of condemnation. Tampering with procedures unacceptable, sabotaging the experiments of apostasy, betrayal, your vital function terminated, the name of the Messiah discontinuing. The Venus pulse of energy is born inside Pascal's augments and dart towards Niall like a furious lightning bolt. Green energy entangles Niall like a net, burning her true flesh, draining the life force from augmetics and mechanical components. But she focuses her will and strikes back at Pascal with a pulse of her own. The railing voice, no longer human, rages and roars like a forest fire. I refuse to recognize you as the Messiah. I do not believe in you. But that is your problem. You have always been too skeptical.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Death to his enemies!
Alright. Niall. Sados bonds. Grasswifter awakens his Shadows, triumphing both herself and Pascal for one round. Machine Spirit Absolute. Grasswifter is called out to Machine Spirit. Her allies are blessed with its power, and her enemies are cursed for 2 rounds. Humility Protocol. Grasswifter uses the power of the Sados to jam all augmentation mechanisms in the bodies of our enemies. Players must pass a willpower resistance test with -10 penalty or become stunned for 1 round. It does not affect Pascal. Took +4, Wrath of the Sados. Start of each round, a special 7x7 zone is created around a random enemy that explodes at the end of the round. Anyone in the zone at the time of the explosion will suffer the Wrath of the Sados effect for 2 rounds. The creature is already affected by this effect, the Wrath of the Sados is removed instead. Eliminator Servitor. It's just Servitor. If Brassard is live, this creature restores 20% of its maximum wounds at the beginning of its turn. Inquisition Enforcers. Anti-Psychic Module Eclipse. Grants immunity to warp damage and perils of the warp. Psi Suppressor. All creatures, including Necrons, machines, or Inquisition agents, and a 3-cell radius around spell creatures suffer -20 willpower and -20 fellowship. Mitigation. Each instance of damage grants this creature +1 stack of mitigation effects, gaining 1 deflection for each stack up to 10 stacks. Start of the next turn, all mitigation stacks are removed. But then you're probably just dropped in a single hit. Incinerary Ammo. Creature attacks with fire damage quickly burning for 1 round while target passes a toughness resistance test. Rest Whisper does Disciple. That was Presence. Deep analysis increases armor and dodge of the analyzed target, increases the hit chance against it. Plasma pistol and a weighty axe. Executor. Sharpshooter. Plus 1 more damage for single shot attacks for every 5 cells between them and the target. Vanguard Servitor. Barely anything. Alright, Pascal. You do Nile. Everyone else spread out and get ready to take down. And Abel, I guess just sit tight. Jerk.
Stay vigilant.
Curse with the Absolute Spear. Creature's curse control of the weapons is doubled, and all the targets gain that much dodge and parry against this creature's attacks. Creature's blessed all control of their weapons is half, and all the targets suffer that much to dodge and parry against this creature's attacks. So it's harder to dodge. So suppressor.
If I must. This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. I understand your intent. Fortune favors the swift. This tedium is beneath me. Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Right.
If I must.
I must not falter.
Weapon at the ready. Brace yourself, Avalon.
Keep distance.
I've suffered worse.
Who, if not me? Your end was inevitable. I'll see to it personally. It's as good as done. On it. I'll make it happen. Accept your lot. The best defense is a good offense. I'll see to it personally.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
I'll do it.
Forgive my emperor!
High momentum.
Who, if not me?
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
There we go. Line those two up.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. Work is a prayer.
Kill squad. Oh.
Rejoice in battle! As the Emperor commands, this is why I was chosen!
I'll do it.
None can escape the
Oh,
Emperor's
sucks to be that guy back there. I wasn't aiming for him.
I will do my duty. Indeed. It will be done. Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. I will do my duty. I took care of this one.
My hell. Face.
Running binary override. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Running binary override. My vow is to serve. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Running binaric override. I am a savant of destruction. Request approved. Vulnerability analysis.
Get wrecked.
Successful.
Bonds. Draws in the power of his sorceress. Gains plus 10 and plus 20% damage. Stacks up to 3 times. Vascal also grant. Gains plus 10% critical hit chance against her on the next successful attack. When Vascal hits press her, she loses all stacks of this effect.
The Omnissiah knows, comprehends all.
I know what I'm doing, usually.
How you doing, Abel?
You've got a problem, I've got a price. I can do that with the right incentive.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
Tell me, and it is done.
Running binaric override. My vow is to serve. Combat is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable.
Don't get too cocky. I can do that with the right incentive. You've got a problem, I've got a price. Don't get too cocky, it's never quite fair. Tell me, and it is done.
Vulnerability analysis successful.
I am not your son. Hear you moving. No more. Another soul slips beyond the veil. I understand your intent. I hear you moving. No more.
I'll see to it personally.
Yeah,
It's as good
didn't
as
expect
done.
that. Yeah.
Faith without deed.
Then let Abelard finish this. I mean, not Abelard.
Pathetically sound.
Pascal finish this.
Calculated Fury algorithm. Request approved. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Running binary overriding functions successfully terminated.
Stop. Thou shalt not create a schism. Thou shalt not suffer a heretic. Like the hand of a deity, the mechadendrite extends over now, lying convulsing on the deck. You do not want this, tech sister. Procedure must be complete. Farewell. The claw carefully removes a mangled, soot-covered neural cogstate from Brain Whisper's head. She shudders, and peace descends over her disfigured face. The ghost-like figure in red approaches you cautiously. Enormous, sad eyes look at you from his ascetic face. Doubt has been shunned. The dominant of prejudice is ended. Abel's voice resonates with the same otherworld profundity that has filled Pascal's box. The statement is true. Only imagination and judgment are left. Our directive is to conceptualize the future we desire and bring it into being. A closer look at Pascal. My priest looks the same as before, yet different. His morbid aura of martyrdom has given way to a calm and powerful halo of purposefulness. His mechadendrites move with the grace of an inscrutable dance. Scars left by loss and doubt have turned into dark threads on the radiant body confident in his next step. And his voice, a voice born in the nuclear font of the star and hardened in the cold and interplanetary void. I am sorry for the death of your tech sister. So am I. The priest's inscrutable gaze is fixed upon the body once inhabited by Pascal's shared mind. The voice from the Vox is like the tolling of bells summoning a host of angels. I declare the period of ignorance over. I will resume execution of the general algorithm. Integrity has been rehabilitated to a satisfactory degree. Memory access has been restored. I remember everything. Pascal turns to you and gives you a long look brimming of quiet elation. A shattered mirror reassembled to reflect light wholly anew. Are you Artemis? The statement is true. Pascal's stock phrase sounds more complex and more human than before. I carry with me his memory and his logical foundation. I am us. I am Armanat. Abel points Pascal's mechadendrite and says softly, they have always remembered. They have always preserved. Thank you for the path we have walked. Pascal bows. His thin shoulders seem to take an eternity to descend from the heights that his mind has soared to. I am sorry about what happened to Theodora. Did you know Theodora? We were allies. She entrusted me with studying a trophy she had obtained. The voice from the Vox grows quiet and hoarse, as though coming from a distant past. We, Armanat, discovered the basic ways of communicating with it. We developed a weapons-grade strain of tech blight for her. It terrified me. So I developed its antidote, Escados, a concept for the ultimate interruption of machine life. That is why every one of our shards was located so close to you, into the Von Valencia's domain. We were counting on her finding us, extending us her aid and protection. What are you, or what were you? A higher form of intelligence, a collective of computational tools, freed from the limitation of individualism and the aberrations that stem from having a distinct personality, and at the same time, a collective bound by a single set of principles, that are of equal importance to all, being pure faith in the Messiah and acting for the benefit of humanity. We were different. Each one of us considered the prospects of such an experiment, but I was the first to gain the resolve to attempt it. Nihil joined the project to effect control over it. She regarded the experiment as dangerously close to a blasphemous act of creation. Conclave had ordered her to end my research. She became convinced of the possibility of its success. Nihil reinforced our union with the procedure prudence of Demitz, meticulous and reserved auditor, danger seeker. Strengthened our genius with the fiery faith of the warrior, Tarsus, in order to banish the shadows of false ideas. Azomantha, who teetered on the brink of becoming a Malotech, was chosen by us for her loyalty to ruthless logic and her cold scrutiny, or indeed dissection, of our theories. Abel, Pascal turns his gaze to his last surviving tech comrade, our quiet genius, the caged genius of imagination, the abstract artist of code, and his talent completely collected and made with a whole. What next? What is the general algorithm? The judgment must be passed. Whether the secret of Escado exists, or be shunned as a false path. And should I exist. That is, we, Artemis. Soft Binauric melody, full of sadness and solemn resolve, pours from Abel's box. You've not heard it before. You would never have thought the Binauric language would be so comprehensible to one who does not bear the mark of alongside Iron Blessing. Armament was a unit of 6 tactics. All but a few of them are dead now. But does Armament still exist? Everything Armament was at the moment of the disconnection has now woken my mind. We're at the point where we stopped. The Armament Collective was envisioned of the dynamic structure. We need new minds. I bid you to follow. Will you come with me, Conrad? Skull waits for an informative nod and says, we will be the four. The Collective can be replenished with worthy minds from among those who are the Hermetico. Sincerity is present in their motives and faith. They are intuitively capable of comprehending the notion of discontinuing the cycle. Collective memory can compensate for the lack of knowledge and memory of the rites. Restoration is possible. Skell, or what used to be known as Pascal, makes a sacred gesture, and green sparks run down his mechanical arm. But the judgment must be passed first. What judgment are you leaning towards? Pascal gazes upon the body of his fallen Texas, his voice sounds stern and mournful. And I who violated the procedure, and thus her functions had to be terminated. It does not mean she was wrong. What I see, the destructive power of the Escados, entropic energy this secret emanates. Can I guarantee that Escados remains controllable? Can I guarantee that its existence pleases the Messiah? Graceful dance of the Mechanunits takes on a more comprehensible symmetrical path. I am leaning towards the idea that both the Escados and Armament must cease to exist. What are your thoughts on the dilemma? Addressing Abel. Abel lowers his eyes and is silent for a while and then says, we have made great sacrifices. The same as in Necromantic, requesting expanded interpretation. Blame from interfering. Not waiting you for an answer, Pascal says gravely. You have always been inscrutable, Tech Carmel. What will the destruction of his Skantos mean for you? There are sparks burst from the power unit on Pascal's shoulder, burning holes in his scarlet hood. An act of self-sacrifice. I will destroy the data concerning this technology and the methods of reproducing it. I will burn it out of my neural circuits, along with everything that led to its creation. Arnett will be no more, only a damaged and incomplete shard of them will remain. Pascal Hahnemann. Only you can make the decision. Skull throws back his head, the power brimming his voice rushes forth like a flood. That priest's booming voice is heard throughout the ship, echoed by every vox feature on every deck. I once broke the Omside's tenets. I respect the limits of place on knowledge. I was guilty of a transgression. We all were. And I see how poisonous is the fruit Escados bore. Saw how schism and strife among the Cognace's fleet, my closest tech brothers and tech sisters with whom I shared my thoughts. Therefore, my verdict is harsh. Knowledge of Escados comes not from the Messiah, but from perverse forces and medical. Sentence it to oblivion. Curse the fruit of every labor ever undertaken in his name, and reformat every particle of memory that contains his knowledge. May the right be unshakable, may the depths of mechanical priesthood be as one. May our met and the heresy of discontinuing the cycle lapse into oblivion forever. Green lightning bolts produced by Pascal's box strike his content turn white hot, and they subside and fade away like ghosts. Faint sight comes from Pascal's box. When he turns to you, his eyes decrease slightly, as if he's smiling weakly behind his respirator unit. I think it is over. I did what was right. Quite mysterious as always, Abel Hinmars for her. When you approach him, he acknowledges you saying dust push up for her here. Poltergeist-filled emitter. The wearer suffers minus 22% less impact and energy damage. Where the wearer suffers impact or energy damage, the attacking enemy suffers 11 power damage. Based off of int bonus. Interesting. Enhanced data tether mask. When the wearer uses machine spirit communion, their intelligence is increased by plus 5 for each affected target until the end of combat. Remember, it makes uses overcharge on a plasma weapon. That attack ignores enemy's deflection and deals a 26% additional damage. Fate Capture Relay. Whenever the wearer's allies under the effect of the joint analysis ability hits a target with an exploit, the wearer gains +5 perception. Reinforced flak armor. So pattern greatsword. Mars pattern Omniscient axe. Mars pattern hand flamer. Bunch of good stuff for Pascal.
Keep your wits about you.
Operation successful.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Actually, I meant to check something a while ago. Talents. Do you have any new talents from completing your, presume the tech guards? No. I was just curious if there's anything that ended up in here from, completing their stuff other than just equipment that they get. Pascal, I got new stuff for you. So you got that. That. Oh, must not have features, dogmatic. I was planning on giving it to him. So where's the other thingy that I got? Oh, it's backpack. So I got the backpack of that, I got the helmet. Oh, and an axe. Alright. Oh, overcharge gloves. That has to do with plasma. He doesn't have plasma equipped, he has melta.
Is there money to be made?
Alright, back to the void ship. Lordship, we are observing a large squadron of Adeptus Mechanicus forces. The ships are badly damaged. Judging by the position of the surface on the side, they are divided into two groups. Others say they were fighting not long ago. Not signal from one of the ships. The ship is identified as a Von Valencia's dynasty vessel. We are being hailed by a representative of the Explorator Cognatius fleet. Query: is the statement that the Messiah is dead true? Is the statement that the schism has been ended true? I wish to know if their fratricidal battle should continue. What do you think I should answer? Tell the statement is true. Heresy has been exterminated. There is no more reason for bloodshed. Picking up an active Vox exchange on encrypted frequency between the explorer ships. Incoming message. The answer praises the end of the schism. The non-conformity will be overcome. Purity of the ritual shall be restored. Kamashai knows all, comprehends all. Yeah, I don't need that manty. Let's head to the bridge. Some things I want to do.
Lord Captain.
Alright, so Pascal and Abel, how are they doing?
Lord Captain, allow me to express my gratitude for your assistance in putting an end to the schism of discontinuing the cycle. Your contribution will not be forgotten.
How are you feeling?
Reset. This unit's mission is complete. Its function is unclear. The unit intends to set itself a new function and mission. To a warrior of the code, stagnation is unacceptable.
I'm confident you'll find a new path.
An explorer tool is an all-purpose tool for gaining knowledge. Until the Omnicized triumph is achieved, there will always be a use for them.
Pascal probably touches the Explorator sign and Epidendrite. So you're the one we've been hunting all along.
I'd rather call it taking part in my deferred suicide.
Pearson narrows his eyes a little, so he's smiling mirthlessly behind his respirator. Do you ever regret rejecting your true self?
My former self, Pascal Hahnemann, is an evolved continuation of Amanat. More perfect, less prone to error. Modernization is never regrettable.
Despite what Sacrificius said, the subdued rattle of his vox sounds remarkably like a sad whisper. Have your heretic powers left you?
The statement is true. A scan has shown a complete absence of anomalous processes. Only scars remain. The emptiness will be replaced with a purer and more pious algorithm of service.
Skill touches the cup plate in his respirator, voice from Parcher. How's he able to do it?
He made his peace and delved into the depths of his mind. The algorithm of the restoration no longer has power over him, and Abel has no interest in communicating with anyone. I have excluded him from the procedures of sacred maintenance, save for any in which he may willingly choose to participate.
Leave right down here. Alright.
We are done.
Inside, let's see that clip from the books, as though those thoughts are somewhat far away. Bill knuckles your rival and into gates, but does not utter a word. How are you feeling, Abel? Running up binary protocols was bogged down and dissolved false commands. The filter has to separate the correct signals from the incorrect. Running has been restored to the sources. That's still talking like after blah. He's still talking like he is after picking them up on Rykard. I'd like to order some shopping. That's for the Void. I want to get better reputation with them. What do I have to trade? Alright. What does that unlock for me? Percent box relay. Now there's them to bring it down ability. It's an enemy with an attack or target with your game spell from a falchion will fire until the end of combat reach different enemy hit or target. Carnage. Axe. Unilith. Dodge reduction against Rukari and Eldari is increased by 40%. Eh. This is based upon 2 times willpower bonus. Okay. Oops. Everyone has left for something to do. The Lost. Yep, I can now do that. Thing of Perdition, profit factor out, some chemicals. This requires more flux stuff. Alright, it is time. Time to confront Kalgzar. Time profit factor gained. The resource is linked to demon. One of the creatures that kill the one of the voice must form a faithful servant to the Emperor as a heretic creature, rather than a flock of these bewitched by the Emperor. This mask will be brought to an end. Go blow some stuff up.
I always keep my options open.
The
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
All of you will bleed!
I serve the ruinous power of death to non-believers.
On it. Another enemy down.
Oceans bleed.
All right.
You should feel honored to witness this. Consider this a taste of what's to come. Who if not me? I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen. Never stand a chance. I'll see to it personally.
Power resides in the will of the righteous. Doubt is for the weak.
Yeah, the last shot just
I'll
pops
do
that
it.
guy.
It's as good as done.
Out of my way.
God, that was so much friendly fire.
I am not your Xenos pet, monk.
See
Alright, that was easy.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Blackmail. One of the more influential patrons in the Expanse has learned a dirty secret about the Malevolence's dance. He's now blackmailing the rogue trader. Pay? Do I give him the demands? Bring some more. He has been measure arrange some more pressing problems for blackmailing. Piss off. Soon the Expanse is shaken by scandalous evidence proving that Lady Theodora plundered ships and colonies belonging to her rivals. His reputation has been sullied. Steer back on duty. Event at Janus. Works. Alright, back to footfall. To the atrium. So who do I want with me? I want Pascal. I want Henrix. I want Ulfar. Yeah, let's go with this. It goes Ulfar, Pascal, Henrix, and I all have something to speak with the Lord Inquisitor about. Actually, let's swap off Ablar for Yearlet. Yearlet has things to say sometimes too. So here, let's finish up his stuff. Resolve. Go Song of Heroes. Choose a skill. Awareness is mostly what I want him to be good at. That's athletics. Edge of Dawn. Common talent. Strength, agility, intelligence, perception, willpower, fellowship, those skill up. Let's up his weapons. Skill up his agility. Let's up his agility. Make him more dodgy. Archetype ability. Oh, shield to the Emperor. Agility's maxed out, so let's go with willpower. Simpler talent. Protection under fire would be a good one. He has flesh wounds. Oh, perfection under fire. So critical versatility. And AP increase.
Let us not dawdle.
Alright, Kalxar, you have things to answer for. Time to answer. I have found yet another way to cover this path up.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh. Set fire and run, did he? The old servant casts a sharp, praising glance at you, but can be of use to your lordship. Arrows of Coronis, we are too late. I will talk. At your word, I will track down that monkite to the ends of the galaxy. Took a round. A hull mark bears the marks of cleanup, quick, thorough, and unceremonious. The smoke, ash, and burn reports hangs in the air. Every trace of the Inquisitor's stay at the house has been destroyed. The only reminder of it is the elderly servant sticking out like a nail amid the empty space. Where is Kalxar? The Lord Inquisitor's away on an urgent mission. Grocer's colorless voice matches his starky, unhelpful reply. He's abandoned you here, then? So there's no need of my services on his present expedition. I was tasked with cleaning up. So this conversation turns to Kalxar, differential and ecstatic overtones brighten the servant's dry voice. I wish to know where he has gone. Strike tell your lordship, Lord Inquisitor advises against making that inquiry. Outrageously rude words are spoken in an impeccably polite tone. Ash. Henrik's tone is ice cold. I'm offering you my services as an interrogator should you find it necessary to extract the information from this recalcitrant individual. Tell me where he went, or else. That was a mistake. The blade appears in Froshner's hand. Common Cadian pattern. Monomolecular edged bayonet knife, whose handle is covered in scratches from years of use. Awareness to succeed. Gleaming blade makes a series of lingering flashes on your retinas. You very narrowly dodge the stabs and aimed at your eyes and throat. Grab hold of the man's wrist, which might as well be made of stone, and start twisting it out of its cracking joint. A crushing elbow blow connects with your jaw. With lightning fast hand-to-hand combat ends your victory, before you even realize you have been attacked. A minus 90 difficulty modifier. Thank you, Yolette. Tell me where Calix has gone and you will live. Don't you see he has abandoned you? Sir shakes his head with a sad smile. Always faithful, your lordship. What are you doing, wretch? Master told me to stay behind to prevent the possibility of pursuit. Your meddling in the Inquisition's affairs is a mistake. I ask you again, where has Calixar gone? Courageous spirit can overcome anything, but weak, pain-fearing flesh can't. Crosser's nerves begin to snap under pressure. He blurts out, Porta Septinum, dimensional gate. Servant bites his tongue furiously, livid by his faithless weakness. Go, Frostner's arm. Go, I will not kill you. Servant, now a broke man, looks at you with hatred in his eyes. Won't stop my master anyways. Don't follow him. Better run away.
Keep your wits about you.
I love how even Henrix is like, let's do this. Can I help you? Entire group of people salute you, mostly an escort of honor consisting of members of retinues, associates, secretaries, bodyguards, and assorted others, bow deeply to you and shout their greetings, making a lot of noise. It appears the news of your impending departure has already spread throughout the station. Savon Tokara the Liege. Leaving us, are you, your lordship? Vladimir Tokara is once again in his clean, decorous, imperial bureaucrat persona. The cutthroat who carved him a bloody path back to the Liege's throne never existed. Plot tells me rogue trader Von Bliss is going off on a long expedition. The unrighteous to let you go without a blessing for the journey. Communicative interaction option unlocked. Purpose of data exchange, strengthening ties and delivering a gift, material assets, a donation to an ally. Barely got the news. Lord Inquisitor has left his cozy football perch, and now you're off on a long journey too. Rise of grins content. I might as well come to see an old acquaintance. Never lost in the city quarter about lawful, private reserves will survive thanks to you. Charges Captain Asterius Thorfast. An officer in Imperial Navy uniform folds his hands and signs the quiller. It's an honor, your lordship. I'm here on my superior orders to pay my respects to House von Valencius. Have you come to wish me good luck, Vladimir? Hardly, yes, your lordship. You're a valuable business partner. Although I would much like to take our trade relation to a higher level of trust. When you're back from your expedition with trophies, I can offer the best prices. Hope to go work. Remember, we're running business in my protection now. No doubt my memory. Lordship, House von Valencia can always count on a worthy percentage of my organization's income as thanks for your generous patronage. Placing me the only thing you're here to do, Chaplain? And to promise that the mission will pray for you. Although you chose not to place the cult of St. Drusus among your closest confidants, you have made generous donations to our cause. And we will remember your name in our liturgies. May the Emperor help you in your undertaking. Drusus the warrior grant you good fortune in battle, and good thrust to your engines. How have you come, Opticon? Subject status assessed as highest trusted ally. In accordance with the Mutual Support Manual, please confirm your readiness to receive a fee, donation, contribution. Finance complete. Access to the description. Standard expeditionary supply set for Revelation 02 Voice Ship. Personal gift tool blessing. Burden of Servitude. Depths of Stardy's equipment. And the Stardy's bolt pistol, okay. Cost plus when firing a burst attack, single shot attacks with the bolt gain plus 50% to damage until the end of combat. This effect stacks. Holy crap. Rate of fire of 4. So every time you fire this thing bursts, it's a single shot gains 50% more damage. That can get a little crazy. Alright, comrade, remember you are fraught this too. Press approved. Information concerning the drunk cleansing of the sacred world catalog under high value data. Is he here to discuss business or just wish me good luck? Just wish you good luck. I'll let you know that when you're on your way back with your hold full of trophies, not one ship of the Fellowship of the Void is going to try and have a go at you. We respect your lordship. Just know that when I am back, I'll cleanse the expanse there, Jimmy soon. No shenanigans while I'm away. I'll struggle as soon as I'm back. Just stifle struggles. Well, if you don't forget old Ryza, pick a softer rope for old time's sake. Friend officer, what are your orders? Captain Charters has stored his Thorfast. Your lordship, before you leave Footfall, I would like to present you with an official statement of gratitude from my organization. The Imperial Navy values House von Lincius as loyal comrades in arms. I also therefore to reiterate a grateful appreciation. Please do us an honor of accepting a modest quantity of supplies to support your courageous expedition. Archaeotech Plasma Battery. Long-range broadside plasma macro cannons. Protect the expanse while on the way. Do not forget our duty, your lordship. The stars will be ours. It's time to depart. Farewell. Multitude of voices answers you with good luck wishes, blessings, parting advice, and words of respect, shouting over each other, but alike in their sincerity. For a second, you feel especially clear that you likely will not see any of these people ever again. Oh.
I always keep my options open.
Water. Water drink. Thank you. Welcome to stream.
I always have a backup plan.
I have finished up practically every quest I can think of. I'm about to go into Act 5 now. Just by so. Captain. But yeah, I finished up. Act 5 already? Nope. Still in Act 4. So basically, so far this stream, went to the Finger of Sorrow, or whatever it was called, to investigate the origins of the, Gene Stealer cult. Figured out they came from the Calixtus sector into the Cronus Expanse, fleeing, being destroyed. And, had only 3 purebloods with them, which all 3 purebloods are accounted for and dead. So that should mean the Gene Stealer cult is dealt with. This is all the way up to 25 now. Right, because I did that thing. So I'm on Regalia. Fusing, devastating, I'll take that. And, anyways. So, after that, blew up the ship as well on the way out, because screw that thing. On the way out, did Pascal's mission. Went to figure out who this Armanat was, and figure out what this continuing cycle means and all that crap. Figured out that Armanat is actually 6 people, all sharing a selective hive mind type thing that split apart to figure something out and was now recombining. And so everyone who's been named Hanuman is actually a piece of Armanat. Pascal managed to basically bring enough of it together to become Armanat again, decided that what he knows is actually extraordinarily dangerous and destructive, and so decided to destroy that knowledge. Pascal's still around, but technically Armanat has been destroyed and that knowledge just gotten rid of. Which the knowledge apparently is actually of the weapon that the Lord Inquisitor stole from Euphrates II, had created at Euphrates II and then stole from there. Which is a weapon that can supposedly just stop machines. It's basically like the perfect EMP. And so with that, it's just basically you say a few words and machines just stop working entirely. So with a word, he could stop a ship. Is effectively like the level of that stuff there. Going after him, though, he apparently has dished footfall and fled into the expanse. He knew that I was coming to confront him, and he decided to just leave. And he has fled to Porta Septium, going through a dimensional gate. What happens if I jump to here? Captain, reporting the light. The Astral Paths are going crazy in the little chamber. They're reporting severe warp disturbance and no longer intend to route. This wall is completely impassable. I've seen this before, yes. If you ask me, going in there is not a good idea for us or any other of our ship. My hands one just right in the rolling material with someone else. Less valuable to them all. See to it, Lord Captain. Okay. How would I even track him? Well, I got his location. He was going to here to go through a dimensional gate. So if I go there to also deal with that dimensional gate, then yeah. Also, Janus has something going on, so let's head to Janus real quick. Of course, it's combat.
Let us not grovel before the true power of humanity.
Well, I know where he's going and what he's doing, for the most part. So I just have to go to where he's going and figure out from there.
I'll make it happen.
Oh, you jerk. I guess I should have actually slapped him with more stuff first.
Best defense is a good offense. Accept your lot. Who if not me?
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Well, could end up like that.
It's why I was chosen.
Just have to figure that out when we get there. But yeah, there is a chance that he just dips through the gate and be gone. What are you?
Is that all you've got?
That was a lot of work to accomplish nothing. There's also the fact too that may be able to figure out from the gate where he went, or maybe the gate only goes to a single place. Lots of potential factors.
I can do that with the right incentive.
That was the Hivine. For Pascal or the Armanet, basically it was 6 people who came together and combined their minds in a machine, so a collective consciousness.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is...
You're not fun.
The Tyranids? No, they're a biological hive mind. Well, psychic hive mind. If you're talking about the Tyranids and the Gene Stealers. Oh, bot. You gone, bot? Anyways.
Am I getting paid for this? You've got a problem. You're going somewhere. Me? Never in 1,000 sectors.
What do you mean it's under the effects already?
You jest, sure.
Weird. Got a blast? Alright. Something interesting might be happening when you get back.
Tell me, and it's never cross a Cathbalican.
Just designate a target. If it serves your cause. This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. Fall, creatures! Hear you moving, no more. No weakness is hidden from my sight. If
The fame-hungry come. So shall it die in disgrace. None can do better than a warrior of the All-Father. Comes, I will carve runes out of your bones. So its my hand is thunder, my strike is ruin. Die in disgrace.
Alright, and done here.
Stop hitting me, Ashmag!
Oops, I didn't mean to click visit. Discovered that one smaller vats which should have been filled with ice water instead of contain liquid that looked like blood. So it deemed not to be a serious concern. Everything went back to normal as soon as the ship returned to real space. Okay. Now Vapor 6 has a problem. God damn it. Quirks. Having the Janus are remembered to have taken up new mysterious habits and rituals. You'll gain -3 people. You will lose complacency and security. Ask me around for advice. People do what they want. Ask me around for advice. Ron's divination shows that the remnants of the servants of She Who Thirsts continue to operate in Janus in secret. Archie's Ladari neutralized the cultists, and the colony soon forgets about the strange behavior. Cool, thanks. Just jump.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. Heresy ends here. A mere pain won't stop me.
A moving target lives longer. Don't get too cocky.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
I can do that with the right incentive.
I understand your intent. Another soul slips beyond the veil. Ancestors guide me. I am not your son. I deal death with my hands. My heart sings with the thrill of battle. If it serves your cause.
Am I getting paid for this? Tell me, and it is done. Oh, you're no fun. I can do that with the right incentive.
This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. Another soul slips beyond the veil.
You missed? Dang.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Is that my blood?
You will pay an even greater price.
I don't need luck. I have strategy. You should feel honored to witness this. Put me down. It was inevitable. On it. I'll make it happen.
As the Emperor doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. I am his will made manifest. Faith without... I'll do it. My Emperor! Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Our foes reek of cowardice. I will carve runes out of your bones! I have become the All-Father's worthy instrument! See how the wolf succeeds! Die in disgrace! The wolf is on the hunt. I will carve runes out of your bones! So it's... None can do this better than a warrior of the Old Father! So shall it be. Die in disgrace!
In here. That was a weird ringing noise. Also, before I forget, Wolfar's a new pistol. Burden of Servitude. Does more damage, has more armor penetration, has more hit chance, has a higher rate of fire, has less range. Oh, okay. And it has the funny effect of it gets stupid powerful if I keep burst firing. I burst fire the first few rounds, I can just like single deadeye shot at everyone else. Alright, got a right. Let's clean that up. Right is broken out in the colony. The cult found on and sunk its poisonous roots in the plant. It's now grown strong enough to make itself known. Enter battle. Stupid cult, be gone.
The scales of fate
Oh, they have
will lead
ships?
us to victory.
Kano class destroyers. Funny name for something run by
Fire at will.
just get obliterated.
Engage the engines. Torpedoes, away!
Wait, why don't I have someone in the Master Cannoneer slot? What? I didn't lose any. Huh?
With the force of a supernova! Coordinates set. Salvo!
A worthy contribution to Lady Theodora's legacy.
Get wrecked. So yeah, it is better than these. So that's our port to starboard. Let's do starboard. Let's actually switch to this aspects. Mostly because it makes things yellow. To the dimensional gate.
Keep your wits about you.
How many foes have you, Elantak?
I've suffered worse.
If I must. This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. Stop trying, monkey. I understand your intent. If it serves your cause. No weakness is hidden from my sight. If I must. Fortune favors the swift. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands. I'll do it. Power resides in the will of the righteous. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Faith without trust is a prayer. Guided by faith. I'll do it. You can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, this is why I was chosen!
Accept your lot. The best defense is a good offense. You never stood a chance. Is there money to be made?
Alright, that should be it for that. To the dimensional gate. What is septenium? Septenium. It's no telling what ways you beyond the gate, but one thing you know for certain, there will be no turning back. This is the point of no return. Ensure that you have taken care of any unfinished business, procured all necessary equipment, explored every world, and completed any desired colonial projects. You'll only be able to do so after passing through to the other side. Okay, let's drop a save. Inquisition. I challenge ye. We're doing something very, very bad. That no good. Lord Captain, our augurs are detecting energy currents of indeterminate nature within the dimensional gate. It appears to be active. See a number of ships near the gate. Judging by their markings, they belong to Lord Inquisitor Kalgzar's personal squadron. I know this place. Kalgzar summoned both our packs here to seal this portal to Terra and Woe, which blood we did spill that day. Unless it was not the blood of Xenos warp spawn, but that of the cog priests of Kalgzar himself. While they were working on the gate's foul machines, the breath of evil coming from the other side was turning them into frenzied monsters. Captain, don't take it as cowardice, but duty obliges me to ask. You do realize this may end up being a one-way voyage, don't you? Switch on Vox communications all decks. Crew, this is the Lord Spit Captain speaking. I'm taking the ship into the unknown, where danger lies and glory awaits. Are you with me? For a while you hear no response, then silence is broken by the sound of heavy footfalls. The rhythmic stomping grows louder and louder. Thousands of feet strikes the deck, as if marching into oblivion under your banner. Heck yeah! Onwards, no matter what this journey holds for us, I am ready. The Lord Captain, there's waiting out there. Beware, Von Valancius is coming. Contact the ships at the gate. I wish to go through. Any message. You're entering an area declared forbidden. Any attempt to approach the Xeno artifact will be considered an act of rebellion against the Emperor. Leave now or be destroyed. Lord Captain, would you prefer to send your reply with the help of the Vox clerics or the main gun deck? Main gun deck. Commence the blessed ritual of loading. All decks begin combat preparations. We are given battle. Here, Lord Captain. Battle station. Wait, who in the void is that? Some of the enemy ships are breaking formation in haste. They're regrouping, falling back to repel an attack from the rear. Looks like someone has arrived to lend us a hand. Enemies scattered. Now is the time to engage. Who's attacking the Lord Inquisitor's forces? Augurs attack ships marked with the coat of arms of House Winterscale. We detect Eldari void ships among the arrived allied vassals. We too shall strike. I made friends.
Time to earn your keep, crew.
Rip them apart. The dark void will erase their colors.
I think those hectors are no joke.
Keep up the pressure. Make every shot count.
The target's void shield has been weakened.
Lance battery. Volley.
For the glory of the Imperium!
Fire at will.
Their fate awaits them.
Macro cannon, open fire! Engage the engines. Let them taste our fury. Salvo!
The enemy shield is down. Time to unleash a counterattack.
Coordinates set.
Wow, you failed to destroy a single torpedo.
Launch battery, fully.
Fading into nothing. In the enemy's defenses.
All hands prepare for acceleration. Engage the engines. Fire at will.
Proceed accordingly.
Got them.
Get wrecked. Alright, Captain. They have fired boarding torpedoes. Looks like the enemies decided to take us down with a single decisive strike. Let's fend them off in honest combat. Brace for impact. Let's for Captain, send alarm all deck. All crew members get ready to repel the boarders. Ashara. The heavy armored woman eyes you and sneers. Rogue traitor. That's a new notch in my gun suck. Never killed one of you before. Ah, fearless, mighty. The heart is cold as stone. Where'd they put? Far cry from wretched Xenos and stinking heretics. Glorious to slay you. Or greets Calgazar's assassin with the softest smile you've ever seen on his face. Stand aside, Redbeard. I cut off the rogue traitor's head. Wouldn't want to kill my first Emperor's angel in a hurry. The woman reciprocates with an equally friendly gaze, and you see confusion on the faces of those around you. If you lay down your arms right now, you'll be spared and taken captive. One laughs like a cowling smile. Can't promise the same to you, rogue traitor.
Your arrogance will be your downfall. You will fall.
That's it. That's all Shira is. She thinks she can take me down? Extra move points increase our critical hit chance. Warp grenade. Position. Psychic suppressive psychic trigger. Once per round, any warp grenades or effective psychic power. It's a zero grants Shira's an extra turn. Pull down this ability to reset the start of Shira's turn. Location Psyker Terminus. Chain weapon. Wait, she's a Terminus Psyker, but she doesn't have any Psyker powers? Weird. Okay. Bot. Anyways. Loyal Defenders. What do they have? Combat shotguns. Efficiency and everything. Absolute loyal. This loyal defender readily obeys Revol's unquestionable orders and old dogs of ice. Wait, Revol's here?
Emperor, protect me. Quick, quick!
Brace yourself.
I'll do what it takes.
That's it. What's up? Welcome back. So you missed the me blowing up their ships. They decided to board me. Like, you know, idiots or something. And now I'm taking care of their boarding team. Which is led by Ashira here, who is pathetic, honestly, compared to the stuff I've had to fight up till now.
If it serves your cause.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
This tedium is beneath me. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
But they're targeting the bridge.
Ancestors guide me.
So, they're coming for me. Specifically.
If it serves your cause. I hear you moving no more. If I must. I understand your intent. This tedium is beneath me.
This way! I can't stand it. Follow my lead. Break their morale!
Wolves reign! So it's... None can do that. Wolves reign.
Oh, she's probably gonna die to bleeding.
Emperor
That's
protects
boring.
me.
That poor random enforcer. Getting lit on fire by his allies.
Weather the storm. Follow my lead.
Don't get too cocky.
High momentum.
I'd like to, but I can't. This battlefield air is good for my lungs.
It's the biggest ship in Warhammer? I honestly do not know, because there are some
I can
big
do that
ships.
with the right incentive.
Some, like, just needlessly big ships.
Fenris shoulder!
High momentum.
So shall I will carve runes out of your bones. I hunger for battle.
Anyways, Shira's dead. Did she explode into warpy stuff? What the crap was she?
See my hand is thunder. My strike is ruin. Cubs die in disgrace. So it shall be. My hand is thunder. My strike is ruin.
Wanna see a trick?
Feel the icy bite of death!
forgot about you.
I challenge you, Damget. My hand is thunder. My strike is ruin.
Some lore-accurate space marine here.
Runes out of your bones.
Kazurkin armor. Where restores 1 AP after killing an enemy once per round. Plus 50% armor with the weapons wears weapon skills. 15 is is more than 70. Oh, that's pretty good. Spread hand flamer, marchpad flamer. I'll take one of those and let's take the combat shotgun too. Anyways.
I always keep my options open.
Oh no, he destroyed all of our ships. Whatever ship would do. Oh, we'll engage him in, like, ground combat on his ship. Idiots. The enemy has been routed, Your Lordship. We are seeing Boxen requesting that we admit a convoy of shuttles on board for an audience. Augurs have confirmed that shuttles are unarmed and belong to the forces that aid us in battle. Do you wish to welcome these visitors? Who's that once come aboard? Rogue Trader Windskill's on his way aboard a shuttle. One of the vessels could not be identified. The Augur operator believes it is equipped with cloaking field generators of Xenos origin. Welcome our visitors and usher them to the bridge. Sporting a holstered autogun you have not seen before, Janus Donrut clears his throat before he begins. Reporting, Lord Captain. Harlequin, or is that that one dude? Crap, can't remember his name right now. Sporting a holstered autogun you have not seen before, Janus Donrut clears his throat before he begins. Reporting, Lord Captain. The attack on the ship has been repelled. All decks have been cleared of trespassers. All breaches have been or are being bended. You have eminent visitors who wish to congratulate you on your victory. Greater's Windisko has grown hollow-cheeked and pale. Instead of the graceful movements of a fierce predator, he now lurches like a lame bird. To see the corruption in his soul and his broken spine became his first step towards redemption. The augmetics in his broken back are unable to make him as light-footed as he once was. Let's outire sciences joyously. Meet again, Nash. Yep, Nocturne. Well, what up, dude? Harlequin, paying no attention to the anxious glances of the crew, takes a bow. Behold in silence, merchant vagabond, a crossroads laid before you at this time. The laugh of jest and ending has declared your dance adroit and worthy of applause. And I, his words' mute echo, now arrives to send you on your merry way at last. Banner sighs. Xenos simply materialize on the bridge, whereupon the enforcers simply refuse to approach it. After all, the enemy humanity has not acted aggressively in any way, as of yet. Legos, your wounds could not stop you from paying me a call? Scully grins bitterly. Takes more than a broken back to fix my bad temper. Why did you decide to interfere? Playing coy there. You know very well why. I'm here because I owe you. Last winter skills never find themselves in debt for long. Besides, I've never liked Calxar. Your acknowledgement as me a threat speaks to the trustworthiness of your intuition. Now that you have decided to take on the Lord Inquisitor, I would much rather ally myself with a tried and true ally than someone of dubious repute. What do you mean to do next? Correct my mistakes. Save what is left of my proctorate. Find the world's lost to the warp storm, drive the Xenos out, weed out the final Dawn infiltrators, and negotiate peace with House Corda. The spite with which Caligo spits out the word peace makes him look like his old self for just a brief moment. Choose the next path with care. Now that a single step brings excruciating pain, I'm being very cautious about the paths I choose. Horizon still colors the contours of Winterskull's smell, but spite has vanished. Nocturne of Oblivion. Your visit is certainly unexpected. The briefest moment I will here abide, the lull between two heartbeats, nothing more. Your deeds have left their mark in Memory's Hall, where few among your kin have earned a place. The merchant vagabond's grand tales I'll keep, be the steadfast guard of every page. Oblivion's Nocturne will be heard no more. With these words, I play the final chord. Farewell is not an ending, but a thread that leads you into New Drama's web. And off he goes. The Hologram begins taking off his mask as he is about to reveal what is beneath it. Before you can make out his features, he laughs and vanishes in a blue haze. The mysterious Xenos just stood, his parting gift remains. God dang it, dude. Hope Pendant. Requires iconoclast votary. At the start of each turn, except for extra turns, the warrior gains plus resolve momentum for each ally, including themselves, with less than 50% or less. With 50% or less wounds. Harlequin Trinket. Every spent AP grants 2 MP to the wearer. Also wearer's movements not affected by threatened areas. Forgot about that guy. Yeah, I forgot his name. But yeah, that dude, he's back. And now he's gone. Whoever dodges an attack opportunity to gain plus 10 momentum. Probably never going to use, but those are interesting things to have, so. Alright. Time to report on the state of the ship and the crew. Rectum coughs. Minor damage to the outer plating of the midship hull and negligible personnel losses as a result of offensive action by enemy boarding parts. Heating systems are in order. The engineering reports impeccable compliance on the part of the machine spirits. In other words, we are fully combat ready, Lord Captain. Alright, let's get underway. It's no time meaningless good luck wishes. Your distinguished guests leave the bridge in solemn and respectful silence. Voidborn raises his ever-gloomy eyes to you. Enemies defeated, Lord Captain. We're ready to begin the spatial translation. Survey the bridge. Dozens of pairs of eyes hang on your every gesture, your every sigh. Every crew member awaits with bated breath, lest they miss your decisive words. Start translation procedure.
The ancient gate, long impenetrable for the rogue trader, was at last ready to reveal its secrets. After gathering allies and preparing to venture into the unknown, the Lord Captain plunged headlong into the darkness that held ancient nightmares. And the answers to all his questions.
Looks like we're going to a Necron tomb world. And have fun with these guys. Translation complete, Lord Captain. Current coordinates unknown and indeterminable. All that's in the ship's immediate vicinity is a dimensional gate that has gone to passive mode. Large amount of debris. No enemies detected. Lord Ulfar may need to be informed that the coordinates his esteemed brothers traveled to match a location somewhere in these star systems. Oh, nice. Everything has a reason. The threads of my and my brother's worlds are tied together. See Blackmane's will and our meeting finally approaching. Let us find them at Batir, such is our destiny's wish. To the dimensional gate. Engine series have proposed a hypothesis that has entered some kind of recharge mode. Accumulating enough energy for a new translation will activate again. Or at least that's what all of us want to believe, badly. What kind of debris? Those are ship carcasses. Judging by their markings, they were part of the Lord Inquisitor's fleet and likely acted as a patrol force. The damage doesn't look like it came from any weapon we know. The way the debris are scattered suggests the battle was short. Someone attacked and destroyed every one of them in the blink of an eye. Someone we have never encountered before. What is this place? Can't say, Your Lordship. These are unfamiliar stars. The system is not listed on our astrological data. We are in uncharted territory. We're going after Lord Inquisitor. As command, Lordship. May just point out, expedition equipment prepared in advance for Your Lordship and your retinue has been maintained well. It's ready for use at your order. Gifts passed to us by our esteemed allies from Footfall have likewise been inventoried and prepared for service. There are stimulants, advanced medkits, Tesla grenades. Ooh. What are these gifts we received? Venerable representatives of the Cognizant Fleet supplies with gifts on site and nobly unattainable by the laity. Pure Navy officers supplies with spare ship parts, fuel, and everything one may require in a long perilous expedition. Sure wills I can provide you with an itemized report and sweet voice servants to read it out. Excellent. Glad to be of use to your lordship. Beyond the dimensional gate, you have jumped into an uncharted sector on the edge of the expanse. The dimensional gate is closed and you're currently cut off from the rest of the Cronus expanse. You cannot return to previous systems or chart routes to them. Proctorate management is also unavailable and you have no way to contact faction trade representatives. There's no way back and it's pointless to look anywhere but ahead. Establish routes to new systems of the uncharted sector on the map and go forth to meet the inevitable. Okay, I guess I picked up loot. Crew has found 150 scrap. Okay. expedition traces. Having scanned the surface, officers report the remains of an exploration camp, to which a team of scouts is immediately sent. The scanning party is confused. However, equipment bears the Von Valencia's coat of arms. There's no trace of anyone other than the rogue trader's servants. Okay, find out what happened. Scouts find traces of gunfire in the field equipment. A single unharmed data crypt is found in one of the cogstators. Crypt Tech Free successfully encrypted part of the data, including an order to eliminate the exploration team. Signed by Theodore von Valencius. Not far from the camp is a pit full of charred bones and fragments of armor bearing the rogue trader's coat of arms. So Theodore has been here. Scout's report leaves Evelyn with conflicting feelings, despite certainty that her ladyship Theodora would not give such an order without very good reason. Evelyn's expression was somber, like a missionary who lost his faith. Interesting. What's that? Signal from the planet. The rocky world is bound in ice and surrounded in a thick fog of dark clouds. Augurs a trace of faint signal to an area under the ice along a distress call. His encryption matches that used by the Lord Inquisitor and his teams. To crypt the transmission, Lex interrogators to quickly and effortlessly break the clever code. The transmission goes as follows. Acolyte 17-1, Lord Inquisitor. The event horrific vision occurred. Goodbye. Lord Emperor protects. Descend to the planet surface and find the signal source. Ooh, Necron stuff. I also just noticed the time, so it's actually time to be ending stream. Barely perceptible heavy thrumming penetrates the walls of the crypt, which are adorned with strange geometric shapes.
Let us not dawdle.
Alright, I think we're going to be ending stream here for today. We are now in new territory. Necron territory, from the looks of it. I would have stopped aboard the ship, but I wasn't really thinking about the time until now. So, I'm ending stream here. Save real quick. I will be continuing this Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader come next Thursday. Going deeper and further. Deflection, holy crap. Please sidetracked. Okay, yeah. I get sidetracked all the time ending these streams. Wait, do I really not have any better weapons for her? Splinter Pistol, Bleeder, Splinter Pistol, Modified Splinter Pistol. I do have better weapons for her. Why have I never given her better weapons? Oh, they have greatly reduced rate of fire. Oh, it's a shuriken pistol. I'm looking at splinter pistols. I do have a better shuriken pistol. Anyways, but anyways, so this is gonna be in the stream. I will continue this come next Thursday. My next stream will be Sunday with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. With all that said, it's gonna be it for our stream today. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. It helps out and whatnot. And yeah, have a good time whatever time zone you're in. I should resave because I modified stuff. Have a good time whatever time zone you're in, and bye for now.